Good evening, folks. What's going on? What's up, Mizroy? What's up, Arcane, Satellite, Justin, Brett? I see you there, exercising your right to democracy. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hope you're all doing well. I am doing splendid. I am doing wonderful, in fact. It has been a very good, very solid day. I'm just incredibly jazzed for tonight. I was actually struggling a little bit this afternoon after I got home from work, and I was lounging, I was relaxing. I was like, what am I gonna do tonight? And I was looking through all my possibilities. Of course, there's lots of things that I want to do. There's lots of things that I like doing. But nothing was really like speaking to me in the moment. And I was like, where do we go from here? Good evening, Numberless Dread. It's good to see you. Oh, we will jam, in fact. Tonight we shall indeed. I was like, I said I was gonna do something retro console-y, right? But like, do I want to do PlayStation stuff? Do I want to do Super Nintendo? Do I want to do Game Boy? And I was like, And I started looking back through my notes, and I was reminded of game jams. And in particular, my fascination with the Game Boy Jam. Did you know it's been like 5 years since I last covered one of these? I checked on my YouTube channel and I did a special thing for GBJAM 8. And as you can see here, I missed this one. This one happened back in September, and I just kind of glossed over it. I mean, to be fair, I was probably preoccupied with crushing anxiety and or depression. One or the other, really. Or perhaps a mix of both. But I'm definitely in a better place right now. So why not return to it and play some stuff that maybe not actual Game Boy, but Game Boy inspired. And also, I mean, it's nice to get back to doing game jams again after so long, because game jam nights were always really fun. I don't know how many y'all were around when we used to do them at least a little more regularly, when they could be expected to pop up every now and again on Fridays. Yes, I know it's Saturday, but work with me here. But we always had a really good time with them. I just assume you have a whole month planned out ahead of time. I used to. That was old Oddish. That was Oddish of the past, and I never really liked that guy. I've been increasingly seat of pants over the many years I've done this. Doing good, made some cupcakes and surfed the couch the rest of the time. Yeah, I took it real easy after I got home from work, because of course I worked 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. today, and then got home, changed up, got real comfortable, played a bit of Star Rupture, accomplished some stuff in Star Rupture, but the combat in Star Rupture doesn't entirely mesh with me. It's not my favorite thing in that game, and I did a lot of combat today because I'm a bit stuck at the moment. I need blueprints, and the only way to get blueprints is by exploring, in particular exploring dangerous areas. And I fought a lot of things, and I did not get what I needed, so I spent the rest of the evening just watching YouTube and stuff. Good evening, Shadows. Good to see you. Good evening, Zem and Mizroy and Eva and Retro Spiso. Good to see everybody. Castlevania Adventure will help you with crippling depression. I mean, it'll make it bad enough that maybe it wraps all the way around to something that's not depression. I don't know. Game Jam's gonna be so good. Yeah. Look outside started as a Game Jam game. I did not realize that. That's interesting. Preserve Station Portable. Start playing Viscera Fest. I saw you posting about that on Discord. Made it sound pretty good, certainly. Oh, Shadows. Feel free to commit to the bit. You can keep it running. It's okay. I forgive you. It's that kind of night. It's a night for vibing. It's a night for just doing as we do and enjoying our time doing it. And frankly, I would like to go ahead and jump into it because, I mean, I kind of need a distraction from the other thing going on in the background that I'm going to talk about right now, which is, of course, the vote. The vote for our next big game ends tonight. When I say we're done tonight in less than 3 hours, because I really do need to be in bed by like midnight. I was super tired this morning because I went a little crazy last night. But yeah, the vote for our next big game ends tonight. You have 4 options. If somehow, some way you have not voted yet, or you haven't voted for everything you wanted to vote for, we have 4 options for our next big game: JRPG, open world RPG, automation game, and classic FPS. You can vote for as many of those options as you want. I only ask that you vote for each of the ones you want once. 1 vote per person per option is what I'm looking for here. When we're done tonight, when we're wrapping up, I will close the vote. I will announce the results, and I'll go ahead and tell you what it is we're going to be starting on Monday. Because yes, unlike most times when we do a vote, this one is for next week. You are voting directly on the very next game we are going to play for our very next stream. And that, I gotta say, very exciting for me on a lot of levels. Mainly because it's a sign of normalcy. It is something that I did much more frequently when I had a more normal schedule. And this feels like an affirmation of returning to normal schedule, normal predictable streaming, and doing big games that we all want to see. And I'm really, really excited about that, chat. Not to say I didn't enjoy the last couple weeks and months of chaos streaming, because we did play a lot of cool stuff. I don't think I would have gotten through the original Monkey Island trilogy if I hadn't been chaos streaming this last little while. But at the same time, I have really missed doing bigger games. You wouldn't expect it, the way I tend to leave our big series hanging, but I do miss working our way through these large franchises and series of games that we've started. It's very satisfying to make progress through them, especially the ones that I know and love quite a bit. So yeah. Not gonna lie, when you said the vote, I was thinking the midterms. Yeah, where I'm not bringing the mood down with that shit. Certainly. Played bass for Bad Suit back in high school. Bad Bok Choy sounds like either a bad punk band or an indie comic or a webcomic. So in 20 minutes, I'll end up with me throwing an Xbox and one and a blender to. What are you doing? What? Actually, not too productive on Saturdays, usually, since I have a bunch of stuff to watch. I'm almost done this chapter. Helped it was mostly dialogue warbling. That's gotta be satisfying, Justin Brett. I'm happy to hear it. I hope a tie would be normalcy. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see where we end up. I'm very, another reason I'm very excited about this vote is that all of our options are really good. All of them are things that I'm really jazzed for. There have been votes in the past where I put stuff on there kind of out of obligation. Like I kind of felt this unspoken pressure, this perceived pressure to put certain things on there that I wasn't super excited for. But all 4 of these options, no matter what wins tonight, I am really jazzed for it. And we'll talk about, we won't just talk about what wins, but we'll also talk about what the other possibilities were, because it's entirely likely that we'll get to all of those possibilities sometime this year. You're really just voting for what happens first. Finishing this year, at least the first part, then who knows? Don't say Whole Foods. The classic FPS Dark Forces? No, I already streamed Dark Forces, you goober. I can't be running back something I only did like, what, 4 years ago? Actually, when did I do Dark Forces? It had to be like 4 years ago, right? Because I do them on May the 4th, because May the 4th be with you, ha 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 ha. I did Dark Forces, and then the following year I did Jedi Knight, and then the year after that I tried to do Jedi Outcast, and kind of cast about with some other Star Wars games. And then the year after that, I did Jedi Academy. And then the year after that, which was last year, oh my God, it's been 5 years. Holy shit, I played Dark Forces 5 years ago. That's crazy. Man, when you stream for a long time, chat, like, it gets really crazy how spaced out these things got. It'll be weird. It'll be really, 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 really weird if and when I go back to the Yakuza series. Because it's gonna be like the better part of a decade since I did Yakuza 0. Even metagaming to veto Dark Forces. I was in the middle of doing the new Garbage Man stuff in No Man's Sky. Nice. Nice. Call you the trash man because you pick up the trash. Remaster came out too, so it wasn't outside the realm of possibility. That's also true. I would actually like to play the remaster, but I haven't picked it up yet, so. In 3 years, wow, in 3 years, Angry Birds will have its 20th anniversary. That's crazy. You're a AAA company, you'd be putting out a remaster of the game by now. If I was Bethesda, I would have already had like 2 re-releases of it out. Is Angry Birds still an active series? I want to say yes. I want to say yes. Sega bought Rovio? Sega has Angry Birds money? Angry Birds sequel pissed off Badgers didn't do so. the edgier, more mature version of Angry Birds pissed off Badgers. Wow, that's crazy though. I guess Sega has been doing pretty well for the most part. They got a lot of strong franchises under their belt. I sometimes forget all the things that Sega has control of. What's up, around the board? Good to see you. Currently working on business is going to have a huge Angry Birds themed tag arena, like a Dave and Buster's. Interesting. Oh yeah, and there's the Sonic movies, which by all accounts were better than I think anybody really thought they would be, which is pretty cool. I have whatever stream, I think it's Paramount Plus that they're on. I actually have the streaming service that all the Sonic movies are on. I should watch them sometime. I should just take one of my days off to just like vegetate on the couch and watch all the Sonic movies. Because maybe then I can start to glimpse the world as Shadows sees it. Maybe then I can start to understand some of this bullshit. I just share the top level for One Lighter Frequency and Viscera Fest was Bubsy. Yeah, they know their audience. Yeah. Sonic 3 is the best reviewed video game movie ever. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment, frankly. Sonic 1 is pretty good, but 2 and especially 3 are great. Zelda is 40 and next week Pokemon is turning fucking 30. Thank you, Fury Fighter, for giving me the information I need to just turn into a dusty skeleton and blow away in the wind. They get better as they go, which is crazy. Like, that is not something you can often say about movie franchises, much less video game movie franchises. Yeah, exactly. He chose poorly. Very much so. I was thinking about Kat getting her first spell in Breath of Fire 2 at level 50. It's actually worse than that. She gets spells, will never get enough AP to do anything with them until level 5. Oh, that's brutal. That's really brutal. Well, damn. Hopefully there's other things you can do with her instead of that or until that or something. But man. Unga bunga indeed. So yeah, chat. Let's talk about what's going on. And then let's talk about this game jam and get going, because this is this does have a viewer interaction component here. So yeah, tonight we're covering Game Boy Jam 13, which happened last September. A grievous oversight on my part, not covering this when it was happening, or covering the previous 4 Game Boy Jams. It really is my thing. I love the Game Boy in a very special way, in a way that I don't really love other game systems. There's something singularly nostalgic about it to me, so I have a particular weakness to Game Boy style games, but I mean, we're gonna talk more about that as the evening progresses. Tomorrow night is nothing. I do not stream on Sundays when I'm running a regular schedule, or ever, in fact. I've never done a Sunday stream, and I'm not about to start now. But Monday is dependent on the results of tonight's vote. This is the last night to vote for this genre of our next big game that we are playing, and RPGs fill 2 of those slots. JRPGs, open world RPGs, automation games, and classic FPSs. Those are your options. You can vote for as many options as you want. Just 1 vote per option, please. At the end of tonight, when I've had my fill of GBJAM 13, or we start approaching midnight and I really need to go to bed, we'll talk about how the vote shook out, and I am so excited to do that, chat. So I need to get to the games to make this evening pass faster so we can get to the results of the vote and we can talk about it. Yeah, Sundays don't actually exist in GPG world. My weeks are 6 days maximum. So I just ceased to exist on Sundays, chat. I don't actually exist as a conscious being, so rendering streams on Sunday, functionally impossible. So yeah. Ms. Roy already found the option for requesting a Game Boy Jam, and if you'd like to get out ahead of things, you can head right over to the submissions page. Please select one that is play in browser. I don't want to be downloading anything tonight. But yeah, you have 149 games to select from if you want to go ahead and start populating the list. There's no limit on how many games you can request. You can go hog wild. I am going to endeavor to play requests from different people before like stacking up on them. Don't apologize, Ms. Roy. Like, you're ahead of the curve here. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do, and taking the initiative to jump to it before I even introduce the system to everybody. So yeah. I am gonna do a bit of a spiel here on the landing page for this before jumping back over to the submissions and perusing them with y'all. But yeah, if y'all want to go ahead and start putting in submissions, feel free. I imagine all of these games are going to be pretty small in scope, so we should be able to plow through a bunch of them tonight. So I'm super jealous. I'd love to just not exist on one day of the week. It does kind of sound appealing, doesn't it? Knuckles Macy is surprisingly fine, except there's for some reason spiritual sequel to 2000 sports comedies. A lot more DNA with basketball than you'd expect. That's pretty funny. That's really weird. In fact. I promise I'm not on the verge of passing out, but I was up at 5. Well, okay. This morning was actually really funny. I'm supposed to get up at 5 in the morning to shower and have breakfast and get ready to face the day. I didn't today. I got up at like 5:45. It was like, oh my fuck. and washed it up real quick and changed and was out the door, and I still got to work on time. Because the store is like right down the street from me, so. Can't find this jam page on itch. I linked it in the Dragon Coin option. If you click on the submitted GBJAM option, the link is right there. But you know what? I'll go ahead and put it in chat for y'all too. That way y'all can go ahead and start perusing while I'm doing the intro spiel. Full half an hour into the stream. But yeah, welcome chat. Welcome to GBJAM 13. Arguably my favorite of all of the game jams I've seen over the years. Because again, there's something special about the Game Boy to me. Like, the Super NES is my favorite system of all time. The PlayStation 2 is way up there. There's a lot of systems that I like, but like, there's something particularly enticing about the Game Boy. I think the mechanical limitations of it. I think the small 4 color, it's actually 4 shade screen, and limited memory size of the game packs led developers to do some really interesting stuff on it. And I have a particular weakness for the Final Fantasy Legend, what we now know as the Saga games, on there. The original Mana game, and also the 4th Zelda game, Link's Awakening, which is actually my favorite Zelda game of the ones that I played, and I haven't actually played that many, so, you know. But Link's Awakening is my favorite of the ones I have played. So when I found out that people were doing Game Boy jams, purposely making little jam creations in the style of the Game Boy, oh, I was at rapt attention, chat. And years ago, I was more proactive about covering these things. I have regrettably fallen off over the years. I've been distracted with other things. I have not covered a GB since the 8th one 5 years ago. But I'm fixing that, chat. I'm fixing that. We're going back. We're checking out GBJAM 13 that happened in September of last year. I may very well, in the months ahead, go further back and check out the other GBJAMs that we've glossed over, depending on how much we enjoy tonight, you know. I certainly want to stream things that are engaging and engrossing for y'all, so. Gaming Loader High does, doesn't it? It really does. GBJAM, good evening, man. Good evening, everybody, one and all. Anyone I didn't give a personalized greeting to, I apologize. We're in here and we're moving, we're grooving. So, you've probably been staring at this for the last half hour, the what is GBJAM, and I basically just explained it to you. But this year's secondary theme, they have a secondary theme for every year of these. And the one for this year was Unlucky. Broken mirrors, bad dice rolls, walking under ladders, black cats crossing your path, the number 13. Every story starts with some unlucky event, which the hero must overcome. Maybe your game is about characters who weaponize unluckiness, must face difficult dice rolls, or something unlucky happening out of the blue. Maybe you incorporated unluckiness and you're making your game use a dice to roll the story or the color palette. So let's jump over to the submissions. Any of the ones that are play in browser are fair game, chat. But there is a Dragon Coin option up right now that people are already availing themselves of to request games for us to look at. Go nuts! By all means, just go to town on this. These are very small game experiences, them being, you know, game jam creations. So we should be able to get to a bunch of them tonight. I'll endeavor to get to at least one request from everybody who requests something, but you're welcome to request multiples. And anything that doesn't get played tonight will get refunded, so you're gonna get your money's worth one way or the other. You're either gonna see your game played or you're gonna get your Dragon Coins back. So feel free to just go off with it. But this is a pretty interesting looking one. I'm seeing idle card game, bottle cap deck building, combination of pachinko and dice. I think it's gonna be a lot of deck building, dice games, randomization, that sort of thing. This is an interesting one. Rexy is a dinosaur hatched at an unfortunate time in history. Roguelike fortune telling. This one might be pretty heavy. Press A to get up. Inner monologue of the undiagnosed. Pseudo 3D dungeon crawler. Quest for 4-leaf clover. Something about Chinese mythology here. Oh my god, I'm late! Lucky cats. I imagine we'll see a lot of lucky cats tonight too. Yeah, if you don't mind, let's gloss over the download only games tonight, just because there are so many play and browser ones that we can enjoy. Apply yourself. Is getting a job these days down to skill or luck? I'm pretty sure I can answer that one for you. Oh, this one over here is an actual Game Boy ROM. That fascinates me. The people that are still actually producing playable games on these ancient defunct consoles. I love stuff like that. Bad Luck Boss Rush. Today is a bad day, a game where you make everyone miserable. Spooky card battling turn-based RPG. Die Roulette, Unlucky Bastard. Faster Than Luck. Escape the Unfortunate Galaxy, an FTL-like adventure where bad luck is one step behind. That's pretty funny. 13 Unlucky Days. Find 4 items in the Infinite Dream Dungeon where the Earth explodes. Gambling RPG. A lot of cool stuff, chat. A lot of cool looking stuff. Well, anyway, let's start going through the requests, shall we? Let's get to our first game before we go straight too far into the night. I see Lawyers, Guns, and Money. I believe that's this one right here. Lawyers, Guns, and Money, a Warren Zevon game. Think you're unlucky, at least you're not Warren Zevon. Poor, pitiful Warren's shit is fucked up. He might as well just hurl himself against a wall. It's a not-so-endless runner. That's cool. Let's do it. Do it. Now, I may end up leaving the music running for a lot of these. I don't know how many of them are actually going to have sound design. A lot of these Game Jam games tend to be silent. Oops. Not this one. Well, hello there, lady. Stepping here, rocking a hard place. A is jump, down is slide, don't get caught, press down, start to begin. I went home with a waitress the way I always do. How was I to know she was with the Russians too? Uh-oh. Ah, there we go. Not A, Z. Oh God. This seems pretty hard. Oh no. Yikes. Brutal. Horrible Game Boy violence, ahoy. Let's see if I can actually do this. Not looking good so far. Damn, this is hard. Was not expecting the roll in the Headless Thompson Gunner reference. Sure, it'd be nice if I could skip this. All right, I'll try this one more time. But this one's pretty hard. Like, you basically have to thread the needle with your jumps. And it is not easy. Okay, got that one. Not that one. Damn. Hey, I did it. I was gambling in Havana. Is that Castro? I took a little risk. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Dad, get me out of this. It's pretty funny. Uh-oh. Oh no! Well, you know what happens now. Yeah, I think I can skip that part. Okay. Well, that was fascinating. That certainly was an experience. All right, Temple of Misfortune. I think I saw that down here. I think I saw it. Yep, Temple of Misfortune. Legend tells of a cursed idol that bestows incredible bad luck on all those who possess it. Steal away in the deepest jungle in a tomb full of deadly traps designed to prevent it from ever being removed. And the legend was true. Grab the idol, place on the plinth at the end of each level to advance. Wazda space. Grab his K. Okay. Well, this looks cool. This idol has caused me nothing but bad luck ever since I got it. Time to put it back where it came from and be rid of this curse. Okay, cool. I think I can do that. For those of you wanting to request games for this, there is a Dragon Coin option to request games. And you need to go through that. You gotta put them on the official queue here. Oh, I think I see how this is gonna go, yep. Cars here are pretty slick for Game Boy. They are, yeah. Remember, this doesn't, there's no strict requirement that these games actually be like playable or adhere to the strictures of the Game Boy. They only need to be like Game Boy inspired. Like, look at that water effect there. You're not gonna see that on actual Game Boy. Final stage of the jungle. Oh, I see what needs happening. Something game demakes. What's up, Bassy? How you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Let's see a modern jungle hunt. Good evening, Drake Nell. Hope you're doing it. Ooh, I like the changing color palette. Death. I get what's supposed to happen here. There we go. I like this. This is a cute little puzzle game. Immediately think of the Game Boy version of FNAF 1. Well, I died. The swift restart is very welcome, of course. God damn it. I shouldn't have followed him so far. Yeah, I'm a bit too flippant with it. I know, Dave. I know. Need to put my whole ass into this, not just half. Obviously, this is intended behavior. Eat my bok choy soup, and is my opinion the term got supplanted by potatoes immediately because potatoes are better. I mean, technically it worked. Turnips are the poor man's potato. Interesting. Ah. These don't have a narrow range where they actually don't taste like bitter garbage. Final stage. Oh, you have a breathing meter. Well, that worked out. Someone who is bitter garbage, I empathize. Okay. Well, that is Temple of Misfortune, and that is a really neat game. That is quite solid, and I enjoy it, and I hope that gets expanded into a fuller experience. All right, let's jump around a little bit to Maze of Misfortune. Did I scroll past this? Or... Let's see. Oh god, there's a bunch of these. Here we go. Gotta be this. Misfortunes falling upon you at every turn. Similarly, you've fallen into a hole. You find yourself in a maze crawling with monsters. Thankfully, you'll have your semi-reliable revolver, a compass, and some paper to make a map out of. Will you be able to find your way out? Ooh, I like this. I like the way this looks. It's been a rough week. Yeah, no kidding. I feel like all your luck is dried up. First you lost your wallet, then you lost your job, then you got lost in the wilderness. Then just when things couldn't get any worse, you fell into a hole, there alone in some dark tunnel. At least you got your gun. Alright, Z and enter and stuff. Okay. Yep, that's a gun, alright. Stepped in a puddle. Ah, slug. Shoot it. My gun jammed. My gun jammed. I don't need to reload. I dodge. My gun's still jamming. I'm gonna scream. Let's pray. Pray to whoever's listening. You fear the gods aren't listening. Still glares into your soul. There we go. Jesus. Found a chest. Found ammo. 2 bullets. 2 whole bullets. Slug. Miss your shot. Nice. At a fairy merchant, I can invigorate you for a single lucky charm. You aren't interested, keep walking. Not so interested. Way is blocked. Found a lever. The echoes of distant doors opening. I hear something. Wow, this is confusing. I am also so tired. Most wanted job and way. At least you have your gun. Tell me the person who made this is American without saying it. Holy shit, I cannot hit this guy. Of course, the moment I say that, I hit him. Found a lever. We need to do something about our -3 luck. Ammo good. If that smell isn't me. I found a lucky charm. I feel luckier. That's what I needed. I've been here before. Apparently. I am like super disoriented. Don't suppose there's an auto map. Enter toggles map visibility. Okay. A bony fellow. Nice. I ain't afraid no bony fellow. Oh, I don't want to pray. Any other controls? Just WASD to move and then Z to interact. Uh-oh, you're almost out of ammo. I am out of ammo. Steady your heart. Oh, I don't mean to keep... the cursor stays on whatever option you chose last. Gun jams a lot. Like, I think probably too much. So what happens when we run out of ammo? Out of ammo. You're out of ammo. Scream. Critter whoever's listening. So what, like, is the game just over when you run out of ammo? Am I just completely incapable of fighting in any way, shape, or form? Should I just scream at him until something happens? Oh well. This is butt. I would not describe this as butt. I think it's a pretty neat game. But yeah, they need to work on the soft lock aspects of it. So there's a low chance of praying doing something. I would hope so, Jesus. But certainly hope so. Let's see. Mending Misfortune Manor. Let's do this one next. And day on the job for Lucky O'Hare goes a little like this. Answer a phone call, arrive on the job site, and fix things. He's one of the best in the repair business somehow. You see, sometimes Lucky methods for fixing things be a bit unconventional. Adventure walking sim. Join Lucky on his latest house call. Explore the mysterious manor. Belonging to misfortune. Complete the items on the repair list and call it a day's work and finally go home. ZX Wazda. Should be simple enough. Good old Godot. The kinder, friendlier game engine. As a bunny, so has a point in its favor. I like that. Bunny. Looks like she wants that bunny skin. Things to fix: toilet, clock, furnace, fountain, lawnmower, gramophone, TV, magic mirror. Thank goodness you're here. It's just awful, you see. Everything in the manor is just suddenly malfunctioned. Again, for the 13th time this month. Don't worry, you called the right rabbit. My name's Lucky O'Hare and I can fix anything. Classic play waiting for Godot to load. I will fix all the things around this place in no time. Thank you, Mr. O'Hare. Surely do appreciate it. If there's any items lying around the manor for the job at your discretion, here's a key to the manor. Are there wandering Zambonis around here? TV is only showing static. Looks like the antenna is not connected properly. This door leads nowhere. It must be part of the demo. You know the rotting hand reaching out of the shallow grave left at the door. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's no big deal. Whatever that is. Oh my god, what the hell was that? Do we just wander off into the void? Last time anyone saw a test program of hell in visual noise. Last time I ever saw a test pattern in visual noise. Either way, who wants Dutch apple and who wants razzleberry? Okay, I seem to have wandered off into the void with no way back, so this one might need a little more time in the oven before hitting prime time here. But it's cute. The old razzle dazzleberry. Press A to get up. Okay. Content warning, chat. This one might be a bit rough. Please be aware. About executive dysfunction. Comments. I'm autistic and I really felt this one. Oof. Press A to get up. Press A to get up. Said, press A to get up. All right, I guess we're doing this again. To really clean this carpet if we're gonna be spending so much time. How bad could it possibly be? Just a project, dude. You like this one? You can hammer it out right now. Let's do it. Right now. I'll count you in. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, now. Press A to get up. Come on. Pressing it. Place that crap. So you want to fail. All I have to do is press A to get up, which I'm pressing. Well, I guess we changed position. Stimulus response. I'm pushing it. Isn't that something everyone goes through? Not everyone. Not so much. I know some of these feelings, but not to this degree. Be back in first person. Trying to live in the moment or something. Didn't used to be like this, but lately you've... Yeah, I think this is a state that anybody can slip into, given the circumstances, so. I'll leave this one here for, especially for the folks that are a bit uncomfortable with this. It's an interesting concept. There's not a ton of gameplay to it. And I can't even be sure, like, mashing buttons does anything useful. But yeah. Exterminator. Let's see here. Some of the odds, I'm thankful I have my medication that helps. Exterminator. Yep, this is it. Ooh, I like this little interface here. Never really drew the connection between that and executive dysfunction. Y'all are way outside my realm of expertise at this point. Also, this is super loud. Holy crap. Oh, it's right there on the screen. What's up, buddy? You want to swap? Sure. Oh, change playable character. Nay. Better go to that tower. Clear out those monsters. The clients paid good money. So chop, chop. Literally chop, chop. Yeah, game for ants. Well, I mean, I can make it much bigger. Hang on, we gotta do... There we go. Go to shop? Yes. I have $4 whole. I can afford nothing. Are you ready? Yes. Whoa. Tag items, arrest, capture. Focus, fireball, spark shock, fireball. I think this is sort of like an ATB system. I can just kind of mash my way through battles. What just happened? What just happened? I think maybe it crashed. That was odd. Hang on a sec, check. Yeah, I think maybe that's all we're gonna get out of that one. Okay, let me see if I can get this back up here and realigned. There you go, that'll do. You need way over your head with that fight? Seems so. Seems so. Alright, let's see here. Die roulette. Here we go. Folks can be furries is an umbrella term. Are you unlucky enough to get a low die roll? Different take on Russian roulette. The rules are simple. You throw the die, you get $100 times your roll. So it's Russian roulette, chat. This might be a bit uncomfortable, so be advised. Starts your enter key, huh? There we go. Beyond an area exclusive for special gamblers, I can't grant you access. Welcome, how can I help? This place... okay. Special gambler. What passes is for those gamblers that are really unlucky. Check your qualifier. You're still a bit lucky today. Why don't you try your luck at the slot machines? The one at the bottom right corner is jinxed. Oh, okay. Decided to gamble on this machine. You just lost all your money. Oh, perfect. I see you literally lost it all. What an unlucky loser. You qualify. Oh, lucky us. I got a special pass. Never die roulette. Play. Roll a 4. You get paid $400. You'll pull the trigger 4 times. That doesn't sound good. 2, 3. Oh no, you shot yourself in the head. Unlucky bastard. Game over. Alright. Definitely not my thing. Definitely not my thing. Alright. Out for blood. Out for blood. Might just have to look them up. I might just put this in. The rabbit themes in this one. Rabbits are tied into luck with the whole lucky rabbit's foot thing. Poor mosquitoes failed to pay his debt to the mob. They clipped his wings. How unfortunate. How are you going to do that? On traverse level to pay back his debt or will be finished. This one is... How do I, I actually play this one. These developers work within memory constraints for authentic gameplay experience. Some of them do. I think most of them don't, but some of them do. We could chat more. What do you mean? It's download only? Oh, okay, I missed that. Oh, well. Oh, well. Bone Scrambler? Aha, go ahead and give it a spin. Z is roll dice, X is drop dice. Sure. Godot seems to be the engine of choice for really particularly indie games. Alright, roll the dice. Okay. Oh, you can rearrange it as you like. Okay, that's cool at least. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, and then sometimes it drops automatically. Dice Tetris. Yeah, after a fashion. Ah, no. Sit. I didn't mean to do that. I actually wanted to drop it. Uh-oh, I think I'm screwed. Or not. Is it dice-based Balatro yet? I don't know. I hear people talk about all the like crazy shit that you can get up to in Balatro. So I think Balatro is more than just like a pretty face on these things. I think Yahtzee's a stupid game. Ah, no, I didn't mean... Fuck. I keep getting the keys backwards. And it failed again. Okay. I don't think this works quite as well as I would have liked it to, honestly. How's this played? I mean, you roll to get a stack of, like a line of dice, and then you move it left or right. If it's really bad, you can also pay to re-roll it, but you have a limited amount of money for that, so. Yeah. Trying to do 4 like faces in a row. Or in a cluster. Like, you can get a square of them, too, if you want. Alright, oh my god, this one's tiny. If I was a conundrum, you wake up feeling like a bomb of human waste waiting to go off, and you need to make something happen with the luck you got. And the sumo wrestlers you encounter along the way. Yeah, Game Jam is a lot on their proofs of concept more so than good. And I mean, that's what I'm here for, really. You know, a huge part of the appeal of indie gaming to me is to have new experiences, unusual experiences, like a game about sumo wrestlers and toilets that's apparently happening right now. Yeah, I don't know. What's the thing? Finally, quality game. Welcome! Actually, I should probably just embiggen this one. There we go. We open on the city. The city. Listen to that blown out audio. I have to assume that's on purpose. So great to be here. If you're lucky. Wait, are you lucky? Yeah, a little smirk, middle choice. Luck doesn't exist. No, I'm gonna say luck doesn't exist. Yeah, true. Luckily, recognizing that fat next to you one luck. You didn't wake up on purpose. Dehydration, nausea teamed up. Attach your nipples to a car battery and started the engine. Wow. You're moving with urgency. Some things inside you need to get out pronto. Hi, it's me, the dog. Damn, bro, you look like the... okay. Having crazy bad luck lately, bro. Every day you wake up and you're about to go feral. Maybe this is the big one? Don't go getting introspective. There's no way that the secret blend of herbs and spices you ingested last night could have had any adverse effect. Let alone this one. Besides, best not to dwell on it. I love the city. It's got a certain je ne sais quoi. What about you, bub? City can blow me. I'm lucky and think city life is okay. You're a dog. Yeah, I guess I am. Like increased by 10. That seems like a lot. How we doing? Better game jams tend to be visual novels. More time is allowed for writing fun attitude. Glass one Banjo seem fun too. I'm gonna say really got shit. Most definitely. You should go to the toilet. Yeah. Yay. You sprint to the toilet room. Unaware of how Lady Luck may play their hand. You grab the door handle. A pause. Is this right? Can you open this door? A lucky feeling washes over you. And the gambler's intuition sparks you into it. Luckily, that the bathroom doesn't hold the answers you seek. Toilet bowls are the opiate of the masses. You mutter under your breath. You do? Really? Thank your God that you could divine this. Seemingly for no reason. God wants you to expel waste outside, returning nutrients to the cycle of life. Oh, this is all Game Boy camera. Okay. And now go outside. Game Boy camera was a very interesting experience. Press the door, Monty there. What's up? I see you decided to party with the big dogs. Go piss. Oh, if there's a cop we can piss or shit on. Yeah! Alright, I like this game. Brutal. Door opens, dog, and you exit to hallway. Not a good place to toilet. Frowned upon. I've never had the opportunity to disagree to agree. Let's try it. Classic fascist tactic. Go piss with someone else, bootlicker. Luck decreased by 5. Zowie mama. Also, you died of loneliness. Tragic. Okay, chat. Lesson learned, never disagree to agree. It is not the route to prosperity. All right, I'm good on this one, I think. I am good on this one. All right, fishy ring. You lost your engagement ring 4 days before your wedding. You have 96 hours to get back. Get ready to gamble your luck away to have a chance to fix this mess. X and Z are the controls here. Also involved toilets? God, I hope not. The fish flees lazily, or hear haunting laughter. It echoes through the sea. You just lost your ring. You better tell your fiance. Not gonna be happy about this. Wedding planning, right? You look calm, not surprising. Can't say the same for Felice. She's been losing her mind. It's hard to watch, honestly. Save game? Nah, I think I'm good, thanks. 4 days isn't enough. This is a stupid mistake. Our wedding's gonna be awful. Ah. Sorry, it's gonna be okay. Are you okay? Lost your engagement ring. We can't have a wedding like that. Please, just find it again. We need this wedding. You have to get the ring back. Unfortunately, the coast waters are infested by garbage. Fishes are very rare since you defeated the Fish King. You have a sense of when fishes come. You call it the fish hour. Comes every 100 hours. On fish hour, you have a 100% chance of getting the fish you want. When it's not the fish hour, you have a 0% chance of getting any fish. My voice coming from the tide. Hey, I took the ring. Yeah, that's my fault. Come see me. You know where my altar is. At the Eastern Basin. Come see me. Go east. Hi. Come on, that was a fun trick. I missed you too. Well, that's harsh. Fine, but you got what you deserve. I'm barely a king anymore. Mostly just a fish. Hey, don't make it worse. I want to help you. Fishes are rare nowadays. We don't know why. Well, we can make fish hour come sooner. In exchange, give up some luck. Fair trade, right? Time against luck. In doing so, fish hour will come faster. Chance of catching fish then, it won't be 100% anymore. Make your choice. I'll talk to him. Chris here, give up your luck. Good. Your luck escapes you. The fish hour will come faster now. 20 hours. Fish hour in 20 tries. Do you want to fish? Yes. You missed it. It's been 1 hour since you began. Your wedding is every 95 hours. You got it? That's just mud. You just hit the Z button when you see the exclamation point. Congrats, a high heel shoe. Got it. High heel shoe. Now I have a pair. Yep. Okay. This isn't the most compelling gameplay loop I've ever seen. Yeah, I can. Two situations sorted for your wedding. Bravo, a boot. But I don't need more footwear. Oh, I mashed through too fast, so. Okay. Another one that's not really my thing here, chat. I tend to like fishing games, but this one doesn't actually have a whole lot of fishing in it. All right, let's see here. Best at Dan's, New York. Best as a teeny tiny black cat living in an apartment complex in New York. Best as very clumsy has already lost 8 out of 9 cat lives. Fishing seems incidental. Yeah, unfortunately. Flashing lights warning, chat. Choosing not to submit another game of Russian roulette. Probably wise. Uh-oh. Bastet in New York. Oh, look at this cute little fuck. Whoa, those are some weird controls. I died. Some solid luck-based gameplay. Check out Unfair Flips. Oh, what was that? Oh no. How do you lose all your 9 lives in a week? Meow. What's up, Azasnosh? I want to try this like one more time. It's going. It's going. Honestly, look, I gotta be honest with you, chat. I'm pretty tired tonight, so I think there's. Oh, okay, there's fall damage. That's what's going on here. Okay, I'm not real interested in playing a game with fall damage and controls like this. Yeah, chat, I gotta be honest with you. I am actually like really fatigued right now. I'm thinking about just finishing up the rest of these requests and then talking about the vote and then going to bed a bit early tonight if y'all are amenable. Not that I am not enjoying this, but I am way more tired than I thought I actually was. I don't know if you've noticed that kind of like It's not the game jam. Like these are interesting games, and I definitely want to like wind through a bunch of these just to see what's out there and what we could be doing. It's just I don't think I actually have the energy for it or like anything else tonight. Like if we were doing the power hours, I think it'd just be like so. Caught a bit of that. No, I'm actually kind of like nodding here. So if y'all are amenable, I think I'm gonna go ahead and close requests right now. If you wanna vote, if you wanna take your last chance to vote, I got 2 games to check out here. We'll go through those 2 games and then I will close the vote. We'll talk about that and we'll call it a night. I think that's gonna be the plan here. God, what do we not pay you for? The irony is you do pay me, actually. Well, I can't get out of here until we settle until I finish these requests and we settle the vote. And done Pilot Wings. So yeah, we'll do this one. We'll do one more. We'll close the vote. We'll talk about the vote. And then we will get out of here and I will go sleep. Because I got to be up at 5 a.m. again tomorrow. And I need to not sleep through my my alarm this time. So yeah. Alright, anyway. Plays Luna, vampire trying to get home to her father Dracula. In Moonlight, all manners of ill luck can befall you as you fight and explore through a short permadeath action-adventure RPG. Each item has a chance to go awry, and sometimes even the world itself will fight back. Game is roguelike and essential progression items are random, and death means a restart. Okay. Let's give it a try. Give it a try. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, there it goes. Ooh, this is cute looking. This is cute looking. Take a nap in the bed. I'm not tired. I'm sorry, what's going on here? Wait, what are your buttons? Should be Z and X. Oh, space for that for some reason. They missed the game I requested was any good. Which one did you request? Whoa, you found the fire staff. Take for slot A. Ooh, neat. Hey Luna, since we agreed to raise these cats, things have felt a little bit off. They say black cats are unlucky, you know. Not that I believe in that stuff, of course. Still, please be careful today, okay? Oh, those cats actually do damage. Hi Luna, thanks for helping Soul take care of those cats. If you ever get tired, take a nap here anytime, okay? Taking a nap in the bed, I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Oh, it's like an instant effect. Hehehe, being mayor is the greatest. I have more power than anyone else in the realm. Except for maybe that old Dracula guy in the castle. What, you say Dracula's your dad? Scram, kid. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is a very odd game. I'm having a little bit of trouble understanding what it is I'm supposed to be doing. Dad can bee you up. Can't tell if this game got completed or not. Magic orbs await one who's collected 4 souls. Like, how do you even collect souls? Feels half-baked. Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Alright. Alright, let's do one more. One more. So this is your last chance, chat. I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna close the vote afterwards. So it is your absolute last chance to vote. This is Wrong Way Games. This is Zach Soraps in Grime Time. Imagine relying on chat for anything. Weekly chores. Okay. Mode's not available in the Game Jam version. Oh, okay. Grime Time attack. Oh boy, school's out for the summer. I can go home and play my Game Boy all day, and all the coolest games are coming out this summer too. I think I cleaned my room this week, so Mom won't take my Game Boy like she did last time. Womp womp. Later at home. In the name of Nintendo is happening here. Alright, have a good one, Asnosh. It was good to see you out tonight. What a rotten luck. Sweetie, your aunt is on her way to visit us. It will take her 30 or so minutes to get here. I expect your room spotless by then. Now you can say bye to your Game Boy for the summer. Mom, the new... What an auspicious game to end on. But Mom, the new Bubsy is coming out this weekend. No buts, mister. It's a tidy room or no Game Boy. I'll be back to check on you in 30 minutes. Have fun cleaning, honey. Mom wasn't vague about it. If I want my Game Boy back, I'm gonna need to clean this place up. Unfortunately, Aunt Johanna decided to come over today. She's known for last-minute visits, and they always stress Mom out because of what a neat freak Aunt Johanna is. She's trying to fly in the kitchen and never let Mom hear the end of it. Oh well, Mom is definitely serious about taking Mary my Game Boy. If Aunt Johanna ever finds even so much a speck in my room, I have to clean. About 30 minutes, clean everything. I check the elapsed time. Press select button. Dirty pile of laundry attacks. Uh-oh, so this is what happens when you don't do your laundry in time. You have 3 tools to clean this at your disposal. Spray wipe, toss, crumple, and mop up any messes you need to clean up. Is this a strategy RPG? Toss. Dirty laundry is weak to toss. Took 2 damage. Laundry caused an avalanche of dirty clothes. Did 2 damage. This is pretty creative. I like this. This is pretty cool. The controls, unfortunately, are not great. It's honestly pretty hard to move around and do stuff. The lamp has come to life and tried to kill me yet, at least. Oh, we sleep in a race car bed. That's cool. I can get, like, at least one more fight in here. Come on, man. Mudstain attacks. Mudstain's really set. You might need to do more than just mop it up. That means you need to do a combo cleanup. Combine 2 cleaning actions in quick succession. Spray and then wipe. Okay. So let's try... spray mop, maybe? Well, spray bottle spritz the enemy. Took 1 damage. Mud is setting into the floor. It had no effect. Mop. Mop of the enemy. Weak to being mopped up. Took 2 damage. Can I just mop it again? It is weak to being mopped up. Okay, I'm not sure I actually triggered the combo, but I mean, I got through it. Tub seems to be fine for now. About the turlet. Well, it's quiet for now. Ominous. Yeah, the isometric controls here are bad. They are really not good. Despite everything, it's still you. You can always tell an Undertale fan. Oh, this jackass window. Wicked windows gleams menacingly. Windows caked with dirt. If you want a real streak-free shine, you'll need to find the Windex bottle to help break up the mess. May not be able to clean the mess as you are equipped now. Really? Like, what happens if you spray? Water isn't enough to take 0 damage. Can I wipe it? Use the spray. The wipe only smeared the stains around the window. It took... This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Zach lives in the master bedroom. Has a bathroom connected to his room. So actually, my house has 3 bedrooms. 2 of those bedrooms have bathrooms attached to them, not just the master bed. But like my girls' room, they have their own bathroom. So it's not unheard of. If I had to run, you can get away. There's shards of glass. Ow. Well, if I need to find a window first, you gotta let me leave, though. I'm not sure why it does that. I just died. Game over, man. Oh, well. Oh, well. I accept that. All right, chat. That is gonna do it. I do apologize. I know I'm ending quite early tonight, but I am tired. I am really, really tired, and this is something that I'm gonna have to manage over the coming weeks as I work early like every day. So, but hopefully this concatenated look at GBJAM 13 was an interesting one. I do really enjoy game jams, chat. I do really enjoy these unique experiences that we get. They're not going to be the most fun things in the world generally. Every once in a while, you'll get like a proof of concept that eventually evolves into a more complete game. But yeah. All right, so we got to talk. Before we wrap up for tonight, we got to talk. I'm closing the vote. All right, so now that the vote has officially ended, how do you think it shook out? I'm curious what you think happened. What is your guess for what we're doing next week? JRPG wins. Not JRPG by some miracle. It tied, four-way tie. JRPG. Also, the JRPG is Chrono Trigger. I guess RPG won closely in front of JRPG. It was a joke and we're starting Madden. Open world would have been Fallout 3. Me and a four-way tie would be Justice, but it probably didn't happen. All right, so all right, I'm gonna start from the back. I'm gonna start from the back. We'll go through all these options. I'll let you know how they did and what I was thinking. And see, I actually picked a game that meets all four categories. An open world JRPG with automation and classic FPS action. I'd be amazed if that actually existed. I guess Arknight's Enfield would be like 3 of those, just not a classic FPS. Yeah, right, Satellite? Yeah. And it's not like y'all haven't been talking about it. So, okay. In 4th place is automation. But I gotta say, it's not that far back from the other ones. Y'all did come up with a pretty even split, which bodes well for the terrible inevitability of Satisfactory and or Dyson Sphere program. If, in fact, Factorio, but with regional accents. If automation games had won, I'm pretty sure I would have done Dyson Sphere program. Specifically because Satisfactory has a big 1.2 update coming in like a month or so. And I don't think I would have wanted to start it now with an update in the pipe. So I'm afraid you missed out on Dyson Sphere program here. If only we could have automated the voting, it would have won. Your vote bots. I'm not worried about that. I'm not gonna stress about that, Dread. The bot's on a timer and I forget what the timer increment is, so. In 3rd place is classic FPS. So this was also a very strong showing. It was not a distant third place. It was actually an extremely close. In fact, third place is only behind second place by 1 vote. So classic FPS was right there. And if it had landed on classic FPS, we would have done Deus Ex. I was debating either Deus Ex or the original Half-Life. But I was really leaning for Deus Ex for reasons that we'll probably talk more about in the weeks ahead. Yeah, third was behind second by 1 place. The big takeaway from this, chat, the big takeaway from this is y'all have pretty evenly spread interests. None of these seem like bad options, you know? Automation came in 4th place, but not, like, it was 4 votes behind classic FPS, which, given the volume of voting, is, like, barely anything. Like, that gap could have very easily been closed over a night or two. So I don't feel like y'all are like voting against automation or anything like that. It's a very tight pattern. Takeaway is we can get a 4-way tab. We just try a little harder. Well, let's talk about second and first places. And Deep Thought got their wish because they're a tie. Y'all actually tied JRPG and open world RPG. True to form, chat. Give yourselves a round of applause. You did it. You accomplished it. You did it, chat. You made the dream a reality. Damn it, I was so close. What's up, Baldur? Now, when open world JRPGs are PSO, no. When it is a tie, it comes down to me. And I have my own reasons and my own logic for breaking ties. And the way I'm gonna do it this time, there was one option that was out in front pretty much the entire time. And it actually only tied up tonight. Until tonight, there was a game, there was a genre sitting in first place for like the entire week. And it was leading by 3, sometimes 4 votes. So I am going to lean into that one. And that one is open world RPG. JRPG actually only caught up tonight. So, obviously, a very popular option. Obviously, one that we are going to do really quite soon, perhaps even immediately after open world RPG. But I kind of feel like maybe y'all know JRPGs are welcome around here. Y'all know we're never going to be too far away from them. So I kind of get the impression that people leaned into open world RPGs because I don't offer them very often. So yeah. Now, since we're going with open world RPG for our next game, I will go ahead and tell you that I am going to use... How does one define open world RPG? Well, as an example, we're going to be playing Fallout 3 on Monday. So that's how I define open world RPG. We're going back to the Fallout series, chat, at last. It's been, what, almost 2 years? Has it been 2 years since we did Fallout 1 and 2? Uh-huh. The leading options, basically the only options for open world RPG here were either Fallout 3 or Oblivion or Daggerfall, depending on whether I wanted to go forward or backward from Morrowind. But I really want to do a Fallout right now. I have been wanting to do a Fallout for a long time, actually. I have been talking about Fallout 3 for all. Somebody called Fallout 3 earlier. Like, somebody up thread was like, if it's open world RPG, it's gonna be Fallout 3. And I was just, in my head, I was like, well, yeah. Are EA mods for it? No. Nope, we're gonna do it raw. I'm not a big mod guy, is the thing. I have weird brain worms about the pure gameplay experience. So, you're gonna vote on what to do with Megaton. We're gonna talk about it on Monday. I haven't really thought about any kind of formal structure for deciding what we do with our character, but we'll talk about on Monday and talk about what exactly y'all want to see. So. Fallout 3 might need a mod to make it work. I want to remind you of the existence of... What's this? We're not doing Tale of Two Wastelands. Absolutely fucking not. No chance in hell. Fallout 3 is already going to take, like, months to get through. There is no chance I'm going to do Fallout 3 and New Vegas concurrently. Do you have any inclination to do New Vegas at some point? Absolutely. Once I'm done with Fallout 3, like, New Vegas will be next. Whenever I come back to the Fallout series. Now, considering the gap between Fallout 1 and 2 and 3, it might be a couple of years from now, but I'm definitely gonna do New Vegas. And then I'm gonna do 4. We will eventually get to a Fallout that I haven't played before, which is 4. Not to play both games, the mod does include Fallout 3 and the New Vegas engine, fix a lot of bugs and make the whole game very, very stable. I mean, as long as it runs, look, I'm gonna get it running. I'm going to get Fallout 3 running at an acceptable level, but I also want something that's very accurate to Fallout 3's original experience, so. Fallout 2 wasn't that long ago. When was it? When was it? We'll look it up. It was longer than I thought. It was 3 years ago. It was over 3 years ago, in fact, that we did Fallout 1 and 2. Yeah. 2023. So yeah. This has been a long time. A lot of these series we've started, it's been a really, really, really long time coming. You think it's been bad for Fallout fans? Pour one out for the poor Yakuza fans in the audience. Did you do a whole playthrough of Fallout 2 back then? Yes. I did a complete playthrough of Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. Pretty much back to back. Time still kind of had no meaning at that point. I mean, for the last... I think COVID straight up broke time. Or at the very least, our perceptions of time. It's been weird as hell since then. So yeah. Because it does not feel like it's been 3 years since I did Fallout 1 and 2. Like, I still remember those playthroughs quite clearly. And yet, we've done a nigh infinite spread of games since then. Although, I mean, not really. Like, when you break it down... Hang on. I'm gonna like double plus blow your minds here. I'm gonna talk about the things we've streamed since Fallout. just the broad strokes, just the big stuff. Because with the size of the size and scope of the games that I play, we don't actually fit that many big games in per year. I do a lot of smaller things. I think the power hours and one-offs and hog nights and variety nights make it feel like I do a lot more stuff than I do. Actually, I could be wrong here, because I'm scrolling through all this. Come on, 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 come on. Actually, no, this is gonna blow your mind. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. All right, check this out, chat. Check this out. So, since I played Fallout 2. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to put this where you can see it. I'm going to let y'all visualize this. And of course it jumped me to the wrong place after I did that, but you can kind of get the idea here. Okay, here's the end of Fallout 2 and Fallout Tactics. Okay, since then I've done Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Thief Deadly Shadows, RimWorld. That big RimWorld playthrough was like right after the Fallouts. Kenshi, Strife, Star Wars Jedi Academy, Quest for Glory, Hobbs Barrow, Stellaris, Hand of Doom, Might and Magic. The entire Might and Magic playthrough came after Fallouts. Blasphemous 2. What else we got here? Oh, there's that poor Star Trek game that we were talking about the other night. Morrowind. Morrowind was like 2.5 years ago. Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Phantasy Star. Dragon Quest Builders 1. The Witness. The Witness was... When exactly was The Witness? Sorry, hang on. Witness was... Shut up, self. Witness was just over 2 years ago. Just under 2 years ago or something like that. Morrowind feels about 4 months ago. Believe me, I know what you mean. Secret of Mana. Dark Souls. Mega Man Legends. Dread Delusion. Omega Land. Wooden Ocean. Hollow Knight. Superland. Dream Machine. Space Chem. Rhyme. Caves of Cud. Caves of Cud was over a year ago. Rapidly approaching the 10-year mark. Can we do Breath of the Wild? Afraid we got a lot more Zelda games to get through before that. Illusion of Gaia, Final Fantasy VI, what we used to know as Final Fantasy III. Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous was 10 months ago. Jedi Fallen Order was 9 months ago. 1000X Resist was 8 months ago. Atelier Aisha was 7 months ago. Timberborn was 6 months ago. Earthbound was 5 months ago. Kingsfield 2 was 4 months ago. So was Look Outside. Yeah. Wooden Ocean feels like it was before GPG even started, if you get what I mean. No, I get you. I totally get you. Yeah, I'll look into what I need to get Fallout 3 running acceptably. I definitely want to do an absolute minimum of mods, but yeah. I'll definitely get stuff to handle crashes and whatnot. Dark Souls feel farther away than Morrowind. Oh, I know. I know. I think I first ran across your channel late during the Hollow Knight playthrough. This is what I meant about feeling an atemporal being. Time doesn't make sense. Yeah, I know. Like, it really doesn't seem like that was the order we did things in, and yet here we are, right? Like, yeah, stuff like Wooden Ocean and Morrowind feel like they were just a couple months ago. And, like, stuff like Dark Souls feels like it was years ago. It's super weird, but this is our existence, chat. This is where we're at. Dark Souls Eternal, so naturally it feels old always. Yeah. Fair enough. It's gonna be really weird when I eventually get back to Wooden Ocean. Because then it's gonna be like, I remember Wooden Ocean from before, but we're also doing it again now. And y'all are gonna get the playthroughs mixed up and forget what we were doing when. And it's gonna be a mess. But that's Wooden Ocean. Wooden Ocean is only good if it is a mess. How far along is Wooden Ocean? That's a good question. Hold on a second. Oh. No more display capture. Where are we on Wooden Ocean? .8. So it was 10.8. The 10.8 was February 8th. And this also required a new playthrough. This will not occur again until at least 2028, according to them. I need some information on storyline. These patch notes are so funny. They actually added a new element back in November of last year. Wooden Ocean is 0.01% complete. Yeah, long-term plans for Wooden Ocean. The element is sodium. Yeah, I don't know where they are on the storyline, frankly. I mean, I think we'll just have to jump back into it at some point. I think it might be a fool's errand to try and wait until it is done. I might just have to jump back in and just go at it. Cuz I don't want to be away from Wooden Ocean for too long. There was still so much about that game I wanted to see and do. And now that I know, well, unless they changed it, now I know where the point of no return is. So I can not cross that line and I can keep doing other stuff. But yeah, Wooden Ocean's amazing. I absolutely love that game. But that's a tale for another time, chat. So, to recap, the vote was very, very, very close. Like I said, JRPG and Open World RPG tied, though Open World RPG led for longer, so I'm gonna give it the nod. Classic FPS was 1 vote behind those two, and Automation was 4 votes behind Classic FPS. But all of them had strong showings. All of them are gonna happen at some point. extremely, extremely likely that after we finish with Fallout 3, after like a short pause, we'll jump into a JRPG. And then, yeah, I definitely want to do Deus Ex sometime in the near future. And honestly, once Satisfactory gets its 1.2 update, it's probably on the table. That'll probably be the one we end up doing, so. But yeah. Schedule reminder. Tomorrow night, nothing. I don't stream on Sunday. I'm gonna need tomorrow night to, I think, rest and get my energy back. So I can start Fallout 3 strong, and we will start Fallout 3 on Monday. I hope you are ready for that. I hope you buttress your feelings adequately. It has been a long time since I last played that game, and I've been wanting to go back to it super bad. Maybe I missed it if JRPG had won. What would it have been? I didn't actually say. And I will say now, I actually would have gone for Breath of Fire 2. I know I talked a lot about Chrono Trigger, but Breath of Fire 2 did earn its democratic playthrough. And I felt up to giving it a try, so. Pretty likely that'll be the next JRPG we tackle, so. Thought it'd be an Atelier game. Actually not, I don't feel quite ready to go back to Atelier just yet. Atelier Aisha was great, don't get me wrong. But it was a pretty involved game. And I know the other ones in the series will be at least as involved. So I think I would expect us to do more like classic, like SNES and like maybe PS1 JRPGs before getting back to Atelier. Yeah, low stakes was my goal. So if I needed something super comfortable and familiar, I would have gone with Chrono Trigger. But I'm feeling adventurous at the moment, so I was prepared for Breath of Fire 2. I can tell you, as one of those series where the vibe has to be right. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Submit some insane RPGs in the Weird Old Games list. I know. I was actually looking at the list when I was considering what to do for tonight. So we'll be getting back to that at some point. I haven't forgotten about it, I assure you. So. But anyway, chat. Anyway, that is going to do it for tonight. Again, apologies for ending early, but it's going to have to happen every once in a while just because I'm working so early and my days are long. Like, I've been up for... How long have I been up? 12... like 16 hours or something, so... Yeah, I need to recoup sleep at some point. So yeah, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm going to rest up tomorrow. And then I will come back rested and raring to go on Monday to get our Fallout 3 playthrough off to a good start. And y'all should definitely... I don't know how... You know... The first night of Fallout 3 is going to be the most important because we're going to be sussing out stuff about the playthrough. I'm going to tell you what our main goals are. I'm going to be fielding suggestions and interest checks on different kinds of playthroughs. We're going to figure out how exactly we're going to tackle it on Monday. So you'll definitely want to be there for that. So anyway, chat, let me go find somebody to raid. We will get going. Get off sleep. I'm gonna send you over to Ios tonight. She's tagged for Factorio, but okay, she's playing Factorio. Okay. Well, now those of you who voted for automation can get your automation fix here, at least for now. So who knows? Maybe by the time we come back to automation games, maybe I'll be ready to take on Factorio. Don't expect it, though. Anyway, chat, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me for a bit of a clipped game jam night. I do want to do these more often, but I want to make sure I have enough energy to get through them when I do them. So hopefully it was an interesting diversion, at least. And hopefully you had fun chatting about the vote and what we're going to be doing next. And hopefully, I will see you all out on Monday for the start of a grand Fallout 3 adventure. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.